Yeah. Hi, everyone. I hope you can see me now. And welcome back to our conference. Now we are going to have the next talk, which is named AI multiplied by crypto. How does it look and work? Together with our guest, Bayram Annakov. Hi, Bayram. Bayram, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you doing?
Yeah, me too. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you so much for applying to our conference. We really uh, were very curious about the topic that you are going to present, since we don't have that much talks about AI multiplied by crypto things. But the hype is going on, and I think there are lots of new and interesting solutions might be coming and invented on the intersection of those two fields. And I think we can now see your presentation. And I would like to remind our audience to leave your questions in the live chats wherever you're watching this. And we will be going through the questions by the end of today's session. And now I would like to ask you to say a couple of words about yourself. And after that, we are good to start. Good luck to you.
Sure, thanks. So I'm Bayram. I'm the CEO and founder of Empatika Labs. I'm actually excited about crypto for I think almost 10 years now. I remember back in I think 2015, I wrote my first smart contract, and since those days, I'm in the field, but I was not actually building anything until 2022. So my actual building experience is like coding experience is like 2 years, but so far so good. Won a bunch of ETH Global hackathons, and I would like to, since I'm always on the trying to follow the latest achievements of technologists and try to think about technologies from the perspective of combining the technologies. Like, for instance, iPhone is a combination of a bunch of technologies. So that's why I'm very excited about this combination and symbiosis of crypto and AI. That's what I want to share my thoughts around. You probably heard about LLMs for as of now. I think every person in the tech community heard about it, but maybe some of you have already heard about AI agents. And I want to start with explaining what an AI agent is, because that sets the foundation for my key kind of idea of the symbiosis between the AI and crypto. So essentially, AI agent is a software program, and that software program has two things that or three, I'd say, that a typical LLM does not have. And those are, first of all, it's memory. So we know that LLM is stateless, and we can't actually there's no concept of state, although there are new architectures like Mamba that enable the state in for the LLMs. Nevertheless, the first thing that like makes an AI agent, that software program, is in addition to using LLM as a reasoning engine, there is a memory where it stores the interaction with the users and learns from them, and leverages that knowledge to improve the performance of the responses. But the second thing is the access to tools. So actually, we assume when we talk about AI agents in the space, we typically assume that AI agent can use some tools to change the state of the environment around that agent. So typically, LLM is guarded kind of environment that does not have the access to the outside world. It's a self-contained black box, while AI agent augments the capabilities of an LLM with an access to the environment, to the outside environment, and not only a read access, but the write access as well, meaning that it can change the state of the environment. And those tools could be multiple tools. I typically, when my friend asked me, okay, what's the difference between an AI agent and an LLM, and I came up with this metaphor that Well, LLM, when LLM responds, it's like Google. It just gives you some results, right? And then you have to do the stuff, say to book a ticket. While the agent will actually do the action or achieve the goal or the intent that you have, and will leverage the different APIs and tools to achieve and change the state of the environment. That's where tools come in. But why agents are why all the hype around the AI agents? What's so interesting or what's so beneficial of an AI agent over the LLM? And the best quote that I think sets the stage to answer this question is the quote from Andrew Ng, the co-founder of Coursera, the founder of AI Fund. And I'm sure if you're in machine learning, you probably know Andrew's courses on machine learning and deep learning. So Andrew thinks that AI agent workflows will drive massive progress, actually in line or on the same scale as the next generations of foundation models. So is that I mean, why is he saying that? Why AI agents will drive that progress? Well, I think the best illustration is this research that they have done that basically shows that an AI agent using the previous generation models like GPT 3.5 actually can significantly outperform the next generation model in a bunch of different tasks thanks to the some of the agenting patterns or strategies. I will not go deep into that, but just at this point, just let's say that it is proven that the agent that is equipped with a previous generation model actually can do a better job than a zero shot next generation model. And that means that if we equip and if we implement some strategies and equip agents with tools, we can do a much better job than the next generation models, and the progress may come from that space. Another great quote from Andrej Karpathy, ex OpenAI and Tesla, that basically underlines the importance of agents for OpenAI, which just supports the statement that I've told you about. So we know that there's a clear benefit from using AI agents. They can not only respond to our questions but actually change the state, implement, perform actions on behalf of us, which is actually very interesting. But the next question is, okay, so what if we have AI agents? What the future will look like, and what are the needs of the AI agents that could be addressed by the crypto? So let's think of this in from this kind of two-axis kind of scenario or matrix. So the first axis is a person and agent. I will explain the idea. Basically, that the agent may interact with a person, or a person may interact with an agent. And the second axis is actually the same, but you will get the idea why I use these two axes to explain what the opportunity and what the future may look like, which I truly believe in. So we know when people interact, exchange value with other people. This is a traditional economy. Many of you probably are hired by other people, or you hire other people to do some stuff. So this is a traditional economy where we basically employ or outsource some aspects of our lives or jobs to other people because they are more specialized and they can do that job much better than us. That's we know that happens. This is a huge economy, and it's basically that's the only probable economy that we have at the moment. When the person hires not the other person, but a software. Well, we call this automation, right? We know many aspects of and many instances and cases of automation, and how that kind of automation actually spearheaded the growth of our economies, of the traditional economy, because basically we were able to bypass the limitations, initially physical limitations of people, but now we're getting into the cognitive limitations of people, and accessibility of people, and the limits that we inherently have as a humanity. So that's automation, and typically we would buy, say, a machine that we would use in a factory to augment or automate the jobs that were previously performed by people. And this is still a part of a traditional economy, but what changed is that there basically capital started to play a much more important role, and basically the capitalists, those who own the means of capital, they can actually earn a rent on that capital, and basically improve and increase their wealth. But what's interesting is that if we actually switch or flip the paradigm and think about the use cases where it's not the person that hires the say another person or a machine, but vice versa. So let's say if an agent, if a machine actually hires another machine to do the job, or an agent hires another agent to do another job, that's what autonomous economy, that's what I'm gonna talk about. And that's where I think crypto is very important, and probably is one of the key and the most encouraging use cases for crypto. But nevertheless, actually, if we we see that there's one quadrant that is empty. So probably given the framework, there's a possibility that machines could actually hire people to do the job. And I'm not sure yet how that's going to be called. Will that be called an AI company? Is it some form of DAO or something? But still, by definition, we see that there is an opportunity, and the future actually may come up. We will come up with in future with the to fulfill with the specific use cases that quadrant. And I'll actually show you a couple of use cases that illustrate these two quadrants: the autonomous economy quadrant and the AI company, where agents hire other agents or hire people to do stuff. So, but we know from the ancient times, for people to exchange, to hire other people, to exchange value with each other, we as a humanity, we came up with different means of facilitating that exchange. And those means are what we call money, right? There could be multiple forms of money, and we had a long history of this. So money is the one thing that economy needs to as a glue to actually help people exchange value with other people. And that's number one. But the second aspect, which I'm sure most of you know about, that the institutions, or what I call here as a trust mechanisms, have appeared as a way to solve the disputes, and to ensure to provide guarantees when people interact with other people, because people have a changing behavior, they have their own incentives and needs, and sometimes the third parties are needed to facilitate that exchange of value. Otherwise, we know there are multiple economic papers that prove that otherwise, without those institutions, we'll have failed market, and we have seen that in a number of scenarios. So I think by that time you probably realized the key idea or the key takeaway message of my talk is that, well, actually, crypto is the ideal payment rails, an ideal trust mechanism to facilitate the exchange, the value exchange between the machines and the machines and people. And let me show you three use cases how I think, based on my experience, how I think this could be possible, and actually as a way to solve some of the issues that I stumbled upon since 2022 as I dive deeper into actually coding and launching products in the space. Because my previous experience was in a traditional economy, and let me share these things. So the first product that we've launched last year, and this is a failed product and a failed project. We had to close it as we around late last year. But let me explain the idea, the issue that we stumbled upon, and where I think an AI and crypto symbiosis of those two tech could actually resolve the issue that we stumbled upon. And maybe at some point in future, I will get back and resolve this issue with this product. So the product is called Wingman, and the idea is that it's a flight delay prediction market. The idea is that some people may have different opinions on whether a given flight will arrive on time or with a delay. And based on those opinions, they can make guesses, and they can make bets, crypto bets, on whether for instance, flight arrives on time or with a delay. From the personal perspective, obviously, if I'm flying that, if I'm taking that flight, probably that's a form of insurance for me. From a B2B space, it's a way to hedge the costs or the risk. Imagine a logistics company that transports, items that could be perishable items, and that's why they need to hedge against the delay that will result in the costs, because all of those items, say oysters or say vaccines, will be lost. And we've built this market, we've launched it, and one of the key issues of almost every prediction market in the crypto space is that most of the markets are thin. The biggest prediction market, Poly market, has the same issue that, say, an election market is the one that accumulates, I think, 80 to 90% of all total value locked. So where I think AI agent comes in is that, well, for us people, probably thin markets are not that interesting, because the upside is not that big, because in maximum we have only about 200 people, sometimes 500 people, based on the size of an aircraft, that could really care about the given flight. And that's why what we stumbled upon at Wingman is that most of our markets were thin, meaning that there were no bets. But enter AI agents that we know, and this paper actually proves that we know that can do human level forecasting and can have access with the means of tools that I've mentioned before, can get access to data, say information about strikes of a given airline in a given European country, say, and leverage that information in a matter of milliseconds, make bets. And since say $50 market is not that cool for a human to spend time and to take the risk, while for an AI agent it's worth, we could see a bunch of agents actually making bets on prediction markets. And obviously, this is a great combination of AI agents making decisions and making bets, and the crypto as a platform to facilitate those transactions for the minimal costs. Because by definition, if we make a payment using a credit card, probably the micropayments will the benefit will be eaten by the credit card processing costs. So the idea is that AI agents can act as the participants on prediction markets and solve this issue of a thin markets, and actually leverage the whole idea and promise of a prediction market, that we will have better predictions by aggregating opinions of different people, and in this case, AI agents. And what's funny is that when we had Wingman live, we actually noticed a bunch of people who actually built agents or bots that played and made bets on our markets. And actually, one of them did a pretty good job, and actually lost some money, but that's another story. The second use case where I envision that an AI agent actually may employ and pay a human is when agent or a model that agent is training needs more data. So imagine we have an AI agent that does, say, some kind of job, a robotics job. And we notice that there are issues with this agent. Say it's a dishwasher, and they fail to put the dishes into the dishwasher. So what could be possible is that realizing that the fitness function or the reward function is not that great, agent actually posts a job on a job board, and a human actually takes that job, performs that job, meaning generates additional data. That agent gets that job to improve the training, and by achieving the better loss in better loss, basically, of the model, it rewards the human additionally with some kind of bonus that is written as a smart contract. So the idea is that the agent hires the human to get more data, to improve upon that data, and in this scenario, only a human can actually generate that data. The synthetic data does not work, or that could be a job of actually physically going somewhere, doing something, saying something to another, or say interacting with a government agency or a bank where actually a person or a human is needed. And the third use case is, if agents hire people, agents actually can hire other agents, and that's what we are working on with my team right now. Basically, we're building a set of AI agents, a specialized set of AI agents for the sales teams. And here, what happens is that a particular agent, depending on the task that there is that needs to be performed, the orchestrator agent actually picks one of the agents for a given task. Say for this specific task of scheduling a lead generation, a sales meeting, basically a lead generation task, the orchestrator agent employs the outreach agent and the meetings coach, because the outreach agent helps to basically get access to a potential customer, while the meetings coach will help the person prepare for that meeting by conducting market research, downloading information about, googling information about the company, the person, the recent LinkedIn post, and stuff like that, and preparing the account executive or sales for that meeting. So what I'm saying is that we will see probably a marketplace of agents similar to the marketplace of freelancers, where agents will hire other agents more specialized, faster, cheaper, and they will compete with each other to perform a given job. And what's great about the scenario is that actually the performance could be, and the performance bonuses could be coded in smart contracts, and could be distributed between the agents accordingly, according to the impact, or according to the effort, or the participation that they have done in the eventual result. So what I'm trying to say is that if we use that framework that I suggest, the humans and persons, we actually see a need in a bunch of different products to facilitate that autonomous economy, agents hiring other agents, or agents hiring human, marketplaces, data marketplaces, some ways to perform the compute and stuff like that. And we can, and the crypto space and the payment rails are the ideal kind of ideal trust mechanisms and money to facilitate that economy. That's the whole idea. And the only takeaway message that I would suggest here is that think about this matrix of agents and people and their interaction, and what kind of economy could be created as agents get two things: better reasoning and access to tools to perform to create the value and to exchange the value. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much, Bayram, for making such a good explanation, and I really enjoyed the way you explained something that, since it was very very easily to understand. And I see a couple of questions in the live chat. Let me quickly go through the questions, and we see a question from Alexandra Pitkevich. She asks, "It looks like crypto and blockchain systems are good for automating managerial decisions based on the facts, to facilitate the ultimate trust and eliminate corruption and biases.
Yeah.
Do you believe in this? Do you believe in this real world? To
Yeah.
exclude people from the decision making and be sure of fair decision making based on the contract logic?"
Yeah, I believe in this world. I would say that it will take time to get to the totally autonomous kind of scenarios, but I truly see already that's happening already, where the AI agents and let's say white collar workers work together to make decisions. I'm sure at least one of you used ChatGPT to write, say, a performance report for an employee, or to make a decision about the project plan and stuff like that. So I think we will see more and more automation happening, with obviously with a strong need is in some guardrails to reduce the possible harm. So I would say that we should see that kind of autonomous decision making happening in the first in the industries with the least consequences or impact on the health and lives of people. Think ads, for instance, ad space, advertising space. I think this is the kind of space where, or gaming space, minimum consequences, minimum harm to the people. But as we progress, as we adapt to and we observe the performance of those systems, we will increase the amount of I'd say outsourcing of decision making to those systems. And I think that is exactly what was happening in the 19th and early 20th century, where initially we started outsourcing part of our physical job to machines, first animals, then machines, and then at some point we got to almost 90% autonomous factories that say print circuits or develop manufacture some other products. So I think we'll see the same kind of scenario in the cognitive space, meaning decision making. Yep. So I see the second question about
Yeah,
the
it's a
local
follow-up.
challenge. Yeah. So basically, I think this is the question of crypto for probably since the beginning of crypto, and by increasing the redundancy of the sources of information from the real world, and employing some kind of consensus mechanisms, like, for instance, um, chain link kind of architectures, where basically we could increase our trust in the information that is coming from the real world by increasing the redundancy and employing some kind of incentive mechanisms in the, I'd say, correct and valid and accurate information coming from the real world. So I think the Oracle challenge is in the space of crypto for since the beginning, and companies and frameworks and architectures to solve that challenge are there, and we will just improve upon them, and we will employ and introduce additional ways of sourcing information from the physical world and uploading them to the digital or decentralized crypto world to make decisions and to trigger smart contract rules.
Okay, and I'd like to ask you to shortly answer to the next question, and since we are just exceeding the time for the next session, and the question says, what are some potential risks that businesses should be aware of with the intersection of AI and crypto?
I think security, the one way door decisions, where we can't roll back the decisions or the impact that an agent has made, and that impact makes a great harm to society. Mm, yeah, and regulation. I mean, that's a risk for every project that has some aspect of crypto.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much for that. And I think that's it for now. If there will be some questions in the live chats and in the comment section after we publish the recording, I will let you know. And I would like to say thank you to you, Bayram, for such an enjoyable session. I really enjoyed listening to your ideas, to your thoughts, and really looking forward to see you on this stage again and again. Thank you so much to everyone who've been watching this live session. And at this point, we will switch to the next one with Konstantin Kalinin. The topic is the role of the token in the Web3 product. We'll be back in 15 seconds.